Let us begin by understanding that these four elements, your mouth, your mind, your mood, and your money, are not separate entities, but rather interconnected aspects of your consciousness. They are the pillars upon which the temple of your life is built. And just as a maestro conducts an orchestra, you have the power to conduct these elements of your life with grace, precision, and purpose. First, let us consider the mouth. Your words are not mere sounds that dissipate into the air. They are living, breathing manifestations of your inner world. Every word you speak is a seed planted in the fertile soil of the universe. Consider carefully, my dear friends, what kind of harvest you wish to reap. For as surely as night follows day, your words will return to you, manifested in the physical world. When you speak, you are engaging in a divine act of creation. You are, in essence, speaking your world into existence. This is not mere metaphor, but the very principle upon which our reality is constructed. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. You, my dear friends, are that God in human form, and your words carry the same creative power. Consider for a moment the words you use in your daily life. Are they words of lack or abundance, of fear or love, of limitation or infinite possibility? I urge you to become acutely aware of your verbal expressions. Listen to yourself as you speak. Are your words aligned with your desires, with the life you wish to create? If you find yourself habitually speaking of problems, of difficulties, of things you do not want, pause. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself of your divine nature, of your power to create. Then, consciously choose words that reflect the reality you wish to experience. Speak of abundance, of joy, of love, of success, not as distant possibilities, but as present facts. Remember, my dear friends, that your subconscious mind does not discriminate between what you want and what you do not want. It simply accepts what you repeatedly tell it through your words and feelings. Therefore, frame your speech always in the positive. Instead of saying, I don't want to be poor, say, I am abundantly prosperous. Instead of, I hope I don't fail, say, I succeed in all my endeavors. This control of the mouth is not about suppressing your true feelings or denying your current circumstances. It is about consciously choosing to align your speech with your desired reality. It is about speaking from the end, from the state of wish fulfilled, rather than from the limited perspective of your current situation. As you master this control of your mouth, you will find that your mind naturally begins to follow suit. For the mind and the mouth are intimately connected, each influencing and reinforcing the other. Your thoughts become your words, and your words in turn shape your thoughts. It is a divine dance, a cosmic interplay that you have the power to direct. Now let us turn our attention to the mind. Your mind, my dear friends, is the most powerful tool in the universe. It is the workshop wherein you fashion the template of your life. Every experience you have, every circumstance you encounter is first conceived in the realm of your mind. The control of your mind begins with the recognition of its true nature. Your mind is not confined to the physical brain. It extends far beyond the boundaries of your skull, encompassing all of creation. In truth, there is only one mind, the universal mind, and your individual mind is but a center of awareness within this infinite sea of consciousness. With this understanding, you begin to grasp the enormity of your power. Your thoughts are not private affairs, locked away in the recesses of your brain. They are living, vibrating energies that go forth into the universe, attracting and creating in accordance with their nature. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. This is not poetic language, but a statement of cosmic law. To control your mind is to become the master of your fate, the captain of your soul. It is to take conscious charge of the creative process that is constantly unfolding in your life. But how does one achieve this control? It begins with awareness. Become the observer of your thoughts. Watch them as they arise without judgment, without attachment. As you cultivate this awareness, you will begin to notice patterns in your thinking. You may discover habitual thoughts of lack, of unworthiness, of fear. Do not be discouraged by these discoveries. They are not indictments of your character, but opportunities for transformation. For in becoming aware of these thought patterns, you gain the power to change them. The key to transforming your thoughts lies in your power of assumption. Whatever you assume to be true, your subconscious mind accepts as fact and proceeds to bring into your experience. Therefore, assume only the best for yourself and others. Assume that you are worthy, that you are loved, that you are abundantly prosperous. Assume that the universe is friendly, that life is on your side. This assumption is not a mere intellectual exercise. It must be felt, embraced with every level of your being, for your subconscious mind is moved not by idle fancy, but by the depth of your feeling. Whatever you feel is true, whatever you accept as real in the depth of your being, must inevitably express itself in your outer world. As you assume these states, these new patterns of thought, you may encounter resistance from your old habitual thinking. This is natural. The mind, like any muscle, requires training to develop new strengths. Be patient with yourself. Persist in your new assumptions. For remember, my dear friends, persistence is the secret. What you persist in assuming, despite all evidence to the contrary, will inevitably harden into fact. In this process of controlling your mind, imagination plays a crucial role. Your imagination is the gateway between the visible and the invisible, between the world of effects and the world of causes. It is through your imagination that you can enter into the state of your wish fulfilled, experiencing now what you desire to experience in the future. Use your imagination deliberately, consciously. Before you sleep each night, enter into a state of deep relaxation. Then, with your inner eye, see yourself as you wish to be. Feel the joy, the satisfaction, the fulfillment of your desire already accomplished. Fall asleep in this state, allowing your subconscious mind to work throughout the night, aligning all the forces necessary to bring your assumption into physical reality. As you master this control of your mind, you will find that your mood naturally elevates. For mood is but the emotional atmosphere created by your dominant thoughts and beliefs. And here we come to the third element of our discussion, the control of your mood. Your mood, my dear friends, is not at the mercy of external circumstances. It is not determined by what happens to you, but by your interpretation of what happens. And this interpretation is entirely within your control. You have the power to choose your mood regardless of external conditions. This may seem a bold claim, especially when faced with challenging circumstances. But I assure you, it is the truth. Your mood is a choice, a decision you make moment by moment. And it is one of the most powerful decisions you can make. For your mood colors your entire experience of life. Consider for a moment the last time you were in a jovial mood. Did not the world seem brighter? Did not even mundane tasks take on a sense of joy? Conversely, think of a time when you were in a foul mood. Did not even pleasant circumstances seem tainted? This is the power of mood. It is the lens through which you perceive and interact with the world. To control your mood is to take charge of this lens. It is to consciously choose the emotional state from which you will approach life. And the most effective way to do this is through the power of feeling. For feeling is the secret, the key that unlocks the door to all creation. When you wish to shift your mood, do not struggle against your current emotional state. Instead, ask yourself, how would I feel if my desire were already fulfilled? What would be my mood if I were already the person I wish to be? Then, with all the intensity you can muster, feel that feeling. Let it permeate every cell of your body. This is not mere positive thinking or emotional suppression. It is a fundamental shift in your state of being. It is stepping into the skin of your ideal self, assuming the mood that naturally accompanies the fulfillment of your desires. As you persist in this feeling, you will find your mood shifting, aligning with your assumed state. Remember, my dear friends, that your subconscious mind does not distinguish between what you vividly imagine and what you actually experience. Therefore, as you assume the mood of your wish fulfilled, your subconscious accepts this as reality and begins to rearrange your outer world to match this inner state. This control of mood is particularly powerful when dealing with challenging circumstances. When faced with seeming adversity, pause. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself of your divine nature, of your power to choose your response. Then, consciously choose a mood of confidence, of assurance, of knowing that all is working out for your highest good. As you practice this control of mood, you may find that certain people, places, or activities naturally elevate your emotional state. Seek these out. Surround yourself with those who inspire and uplift you. Engage in activities that bring you joy and peace, for your environment plays a significant role in shaping your mood. However, do not become dependent on external factors to maintain your desired mood. The ultimate goal is to cultivate an inner state of joy and peace that is unshakable, regardless of external circumstances. This comes through consistent practice, through repeatedly choosing your desired mood, until it becomes your natural state of being. As you master the control of your mouth, mind, and mood, you will find that control of your money naturally follows. For money, my dear friends, is but a symbol, a representation of the energy exchange in our physical world. And like all things in our universe, it responds to the law of assumption. Your financial situation is not determined by external economic conditions, by your background, or by chance. It is a direct reflection of your consciousness about money, your beliefs about wealth, your feelings about abundance, your assumptions about your worthiness to receive. All these form the template upon which your financial reality is built. To control your money, therefore, is to control your consciousness about money. It begins with examining your current beliefs about wealth. What did you learn about money in your childhood? What assumptions do you hold about rich people? About your own ability to create wealth? Bring these beliefs to the surface of your awareness, for only then can you begin to change them. Many people unknowingly harbor negative beliefs about money. They may believe that money is the root of all evil, that wealth only comes through struggle, or that they are somehow unworthy of abundance. If you find such beliefs within yourself, do not judge them. Simply recognize them for what they are, limiting beliefs that no longer serve you. Once you have identified these limiting beliefs, you can begin to replace them with empowering ones. Assume that money is a natural and good part of life. Assume that wealth flows to you easily and abundantly. Assume that you are worthy of all the abundance the universe has to offer. Remember, my dear friends, that the universe is limitless abundance. There is no scarcity in the mind of God. Therefore, as you align your consciousness with this truth, as you assume a state of abundance, you have opened yourself to the infinite flow of universal supply. This assumption of wealth must be more than a mere intellectual exercise. It must be felt, embraced with every fiber of your being. Feel the joy of abundance. Feel the security of financial freedom. Feel the excitement of being able to bless others with your wealth. For it is your feeling that gives life to your assumption, that impresses it upon your subconscious mind. As you cultivate this feeling of wealth, you may find that opportunities for increasing your financial abundance begin to present themselves. A new job offer may come your way. A business idea may spark in your mind. An unexpected windfall may occur. These are not coincidences, but the natural result of your shift in consciousness. However, do not become fixated on the particular means by which your wealth will come. Your job is not to figure out how your assumption will be realized, but simply to persist in the assumption. The universe has infinite channels through which it can deliver your good to you. Trust in this infinite intelligence to bring about the fulfillment of your desire in ways that may surpass your current imagination. In this process of controlling your money, gratitude plays a crucial role. Be thankful for the abundance you already have, no matter how small it may seem. For gratitude is the attitude that brings more to be grateful for. It aligns you with the frequency of abundance, opening you to receive even greater good. Moreover, cultivate a consciousness of giving, for giving and receiving are but two aspects of the same divine flow. As you give freely and joyously, you affirm your trust in the abundance of the universe. You demonstrate your faith that as you give, so shall you receive. This attitude of generous giving opens the floodgates of universal supply. Remember, my dear friends, that money is energy. It responds to your thoughts, your feelings, your assumptions about it. Therefore, treat money with respect. Appreciate it when it comes into your life. Use it wisely and for the highest good. As you do so, you become a good steward of wealth, and the universe entrusts you with even greater abundance. As you practice these principles, as you learn to control your mouth, mind, mood, and mind mood, for these four elements are not isolated aspects of your existence, but interconnected facets of your being. As you master one, you inevitably influence the others. Your controlled speech leads to controlled thoughts, which create an elevated mood, which in turn attracts greater abundance. This abundance then reinforces your positive speech and thoughts, creating an upward spiral of ever-increasing joy, peace, and prosperity. But remember, my dear friends, that this control is not about rigid discipline or forced positivity. It is about aligning yourself with your true nature, with the divine power that resides within you. It is about becoming a conscious co-creator with the universe, deliberately shaping your reality through the power of your assumption. This journey of control is not always easy. There will be times when old habits resurface, when doubts creep in, when external circumstances seem to contradict your assumptions. In these moments, don't despair. Do not judge yourself harshly. Simply recognize these challenges as opportunities for growth, as chances to strengthen your newfound control. Persist in your assumptions, no matter what. For remember, persistence is the secret. What you persist in assuming, despite all evidence to the contrary, must inevitably harden into fact. Your outer world has no choice but to reflect your inner convictions. As you continue on this path, you will find that your control becomes more natural, more effortless. What once required conscious effort becomes your default state of being. You will speak words of power without thinking. Your mind will naturally dwell on thoughts of abundance and joy. Your mood will stabilize at a high vibration, and money will flow to you with ease and grace. But do not stop there, my dear friends. For this control is not an end in itself, but a means to a greater purpose. As you master these aspects of your being, you become a beacon of light in the world. You become a living testament to the power that resides within each human being. Use your controlled speech to uplift and inspire others. Use your disciplined mind to solve problems and create innovations that benefit humanity. Let your elevated mood bring joy and comfort to those around you. Use your abundance to make a positive difference in the world. For in truth, we are all one. As you elevate yourself, you elevate all of humanity. As you transform your own life, you contribute to the transformation of the entire world. This is the ultimate purpose of the control we have discussed tonight, not merely personal gain, but the upliftment of all beings. So go forth, my dear friends, with this newfound understanding. Practice these principles diligently. Learn to control your mouth, mind, mood, and money, but do so with love, with joy, with a sense of playful exploration. For you are embarking on the greatest adventure possible, the discovery and expression of your true divine nature. Remember always that you are not a mere mortal struggling in a hostile world. You are a divine being, a child of the infinite, temporarily wearing a human costume. All the power of the universe resides within you. As you learn to control these aspects of your being, you are simply allowing more of your true self to shine through. Speak with the authority of a God. Think with the wisdom of the universe. Feel the joy of your divine nature. Create abundance as naturally as the sun gives light. For this is your birthright, your true inheritance. And so, my dear friends, I leave you with this final thought. The control we have discussed tonight is not about dominating or manipulating your reality. It is about awakening to your true power, about aligning yourself with the divine flow of life. It is about becoming who you truly are. As you leave this place tonight, carry with you the knowledge of your divine nature. Let it infuse every word you speak, every thought you think, every feeling you experience, every dollar you earn or spend. Let it guide you in every moment, in every decision. For as you do so, as you learn to control these aspects of your being, you will find that you are not really controlling them at all. You are simply allowing your true self, your divine nature, to express itself more fully through you. And in that expression, you will find freedom, joy, and a peace that passes all understanding. Go now and be the masters of your reality that you were always meant to be. Speak your world into existence. Think thoughts worthy of your divine heritage. Feel the joy of your true nature. Create abundance as effortlessly as you breathe. For this is your destiny, your purpose, your very reason for being. And know that as you do so, as you master this control, you are fulfilling the grandest purpose of all. You are allowing God to express more fully through you. You are becoming a clearer channel for the divine to enter this world. You are, in essence, letting your light shine. So shine bright, my dear friends. Shine with all the radiance of your controlled speech, your disciplined mind, your edited mood, and your effort. Shine so brightly that others cannot help but be illuminated by your light. For in doing so, you not only transform your own life, but you contribute to the transformation of the entire world. Remember, the power is within you. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. It is closer than your breath, nearer than your heartbeat. It is not something to be attained, but something to be realized, to be expressed, to be lived. As you leave here tonight, carry this truth with you. Let it be your guiding light, your constant companion. Let it inform every aspect of your being, your mouth, your mind, your mood, and your money. For as you do so, you will find that life becomes a joyous adventure, a grand exploration of your infinite potential. And so, my dear friends, I bid you good night. But know that this is not an ending, but a beginning of a new life, a new way of being, a life of conscious creation, of deliberate manifestation, of joyous self-expression. Go forth and create miracles. Go forth and live the life you have always dreamed of. Go forth and be the divine beings that you truly are. For in doing so, you fulfill your highest purpose, you express your truest nature, and you bring heaven to earth. Good night, my dear friends. And may your journey of control and self-realization be filled with joy, wonder, and endless discovery. For you are the makers of your destiny, the authors of your story, the creators of your reality. Embrace this power, use it wisely, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Remember, it all begins with you, with your mouth, your mind, your mood, and your money. Master these, and you master your world. For in truth, there is no world out there independent of your consciousness. It all exists within you, waiting to be called forth by your creative power. So call forth a world of beauty, of love, of abundance. Call forth a reality that reflects your highest vision of yourself and of humanity, for as you do so, you participate in the greatest act of creation possible, the conscious evolution of human consciousness. And with that, my dear friends, I leave you to your own divine exploration. May your words be powerful, your thoughts elevated, your mood joyous, and your abundance limitless. For this is your true nature, your divine birthright. Good night and God bless you all. You see, my beloved audience, feeling worthless is perhaps the greatest deception we can fall prey to. It is a veil that shrouds the magnificent truth of who you really are. For in reality, you are not just worthy, you are worth itself. You are the very essence of value, the embodiment of divine perfection. How can that which is one with God ever be worthless? Now, I know that for many of you, these words may seem far-fetched, perhaps even impossible to believe in the depths of your despair. You might be thinking, Neville, you don't understand. My life is a mess. I've failed at everything I've tried. How can I possibly have any worth? And to this I say, your worth is not determined by your achievements or failures in the world of Caesar. Your worth is inherent, unchanging and eternal, because it stems from your true identity as God individualized. Let us delve deeper into this truth. When you feel worthless, what you are really experiencing is a disconnect from your divine self. You have momentarily forgotten who you truly are. You have identified with the outer circumstances of your life, with the limited ego self, rather than with the infinite I am that is your true nature. But how to bridge this disconnect? How do we remember our true worth when the world seems to be screaming our inadequacies? The answer, my dear friends, lies in the power of your imagination and the practice of assumption. For as I have always taught, your imagination is God in action within you, and what you assume, you become. The first step in overcoming feelings of worthlessness is to become aware of your inner conversation. Pay attention to the thoughts that run through your mind, the stories you tell yourself about who you are and what you're capable of. Are you constantly berating yourself? Are you replaying past failures and projecting them into your future? This inner dialogue is crucial because it forms the foundation of your self-concept. Once you become aware of this inner conversation, you must make a conscious decision to change it. This, my friends, is where the real work begins. You must persistently and consistently imagine yourself as the person you want to be, as someone of immense worth and value. You must assume the feeling of being worthy, of being loved, of being successful. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Neville, isn't this just self-deception? Isn't it delusional to imagine myself as worthy when I don't feel that way? And to this, I say what you call self-deception is actually called, you are not creating something that doesn't exist. You are unveiling the truth that has always been there, hidden beneath the layers of limiting beliefs and false identity. Remember, my dear listeners, that your imagination is not a fantasy-making faculty. It is the very essence of reality. The world you see around you, your entire life experience, is pushed out from within. It is the outpicturing of your inner assumptions and beliefs. Therefore, when you imagine yourself as worthy, you are not lying to yourself. You are aligning yourself with the truth of your being. So how do we put this into practice? How do we use our imagination to overcome feelings of worthlessness? The key lies in what I call living from the end. You must imagine a scene that implies you are already the person of worth and value that you desire to be. Feel the joy, the confidence, the peace that comes with knowing your true worth. Make this scene as vivid and as real as possible in your imagination. For instance, you might imagine yourself receiving accolades for your work, being embraced lovingly by friends and family, or simply looking in the mirror and seeing a person of immense value looking back at you. The specific scene doesn't matter as much as the feeling it evokes. You must feel the reality of being worthy, feel it so intensely that it becomes more real to you than your current circumstances. Now, this is not a one-time exercise. You must return to this imaginal scene night after night, day after day. You must persist in the assumption of your worth until it becomes your dominant feeling, your new self-concept. As you do this, you will begin to notice changes in your outer world. People will begin to treat you differently. Opportunities will arise that align with your new self-concept. For remember, the outer world must conform to your inner assumptions. But what about when doubts creep in? What about when the old feelings of worthlessness resurface? This, my friends, is where faith comes into play. You must have faith in the law, faith in the power of your imagination to create reality. When doubts arise, do not fight them. Simply observe them, acknowledge them, and then gently return your attention to the truth of your being. Say to yourself, I remember when I used to feel worthless, but now I know my true value in doing so. You are placing the feeling of worthlessness in the past, where it belongs, and affirming your current state of worthiness. This simple practice can work wonders in moments of doubt. Now let us address another crucial aspect of overcoming feelings of worthlessness, the concept of self-love. Many of you may find it difficult to love yourselves, especially when you're feeling low. But I tell you now, self-love is not an indulgence or a luxury. It is a necessity. It is the foundation upon which all other forms of love are built. You see, my dear friends, you cannot give what you do not have. If you do not love yourself, how can you truly love others? If you do not value yourself, how can you offer value to the world? Self-love is not selfishness. It is the recognition of your divine nature, the acknowledgement of the God within you. So how do we cultivate this self-love? Again, it comes back to the power of imagination and assumption. You must imagine yourself as someone worthy of love, as someone who is loved unconditionally. Feel the warmth of this love, the acceptance, the total approval. Assume the feeling of being loved, not just by others, but by yourself. One powerful technique for cultivating self-love is to imagine God or the universe speaking words of love and affirmation to you. Hear these words in your mind. You are my beloved child, in whom I am well pleased. You are perfect, whole, and complete. I love you unconditionally and eternally. Feel the truth of these words. Let them sink deep into your being. As you practice this, you may find that tears come to your eyes. Let them flow. These tears are not of sadness, but of recognition, the soul recognizing its true divine nature. Allow yourself to be moved by this love, to be transformed by it. Remember, my friends, that this feeling of worthlessness you've been experiencing is not your natural state. It is learned behavior, a false belief that you have accepted as truth. But just as you learn to feel worthless, you can learn to feel worthy. It is a choice, a decision you make moment by moment. Every time you catch yourself engaging in self-deprecating thoughts or behaviors, pause. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself of your true identity. Say to yourself, I am worthy. I am loved. I am divine. Feel the truth of these statements. Let them become your new reality. Now, some of you might be wondering, Neville, what about my past mistakes? Don't they prove that I'm worthless? And to this, I say your past does not define you unless you allow it to. Your mistakes, your failures, your perceived shortcomings, these are all part of the journey of self-discovery. They are opportunities for growth, for learning, for expanding your consciousness. In fact, I would go so far as to say that these experiences that you perceive as failures are actually essential to your spiritual evolution. For how can you truly know your divine nature if you never experience contrast? How can you appreciate your worth if you never doubt it? These challenges are not punishments, but invitations to remember who you truly are. So instead of berating yourself for past mistakes, bless them. Thank them for the lessons they've taught you, for the strength they've given you, for the wisdom they've imparted. And then let them go. Release them into the past where they belong. For you are not that person anymore. You are new in every moment, reborn with every breath. Another powerful practice for overcoming feelings of worthlessness is to focus on gratitude. When you're feeling low, it can be easy to overlook the blessings in your life. But I assure you, my dear friends, that no matter how dire circumstances may seem, there is always something to be grateful for. Start small, if you need to. Be grateful for the air you breathe, for the beat of your heart, for the fact that you are alive and able to experience this moment. As you cultivate this attitude of gratitude, you will find that more and more things to be thankful for will reveal themselves to you. You see, gratitude is not just a nice sentiment, it is a powerful creative force. When you are grateful, you are aligning yourself with the abundance of the universe. You are declaring to the world, I have much to be thankful for. And the universe responds by giving you more to be thankful for. Moreover, gratitude and worthlessness cannot coexist. When you are truly grateful, you are acknowledging your worth, recognizing that you are deserving of good things. So whenever you feel that sense of worthlessness creeping in, switch your focus to gratitude. Make a list of everything you're thankful for, no matter how small. Feel the warmth of appreciation filling your heart. This simple practice can shift your entire state of being. Now let us address another important aspect of overcoming feelings of worthlessness, the company you keep. You see, my dear friends, we are greatly influenced by those around us. If you constantly surround yourself with people who belittle you, who don't appreciate your worth, who reinforce your negative self-image, it will be much harder to maintain a sense of your true value. This doesn't mean you need to cut people out of your life, but it does mean you need to be mindful of the energy you're exposing yourself to. Seek out those who uplift you, who see your potential, who reflect back to you your divine nature. And if you can't find such people in your immediate environment, turn to books, to lectures, to teachings that remind you of your worth. Remember, you have the power to choose your influences. You have the power to curate your mental diet. Just as you wouldn't constantly feed your body junk food and expect to be healthy, you can't constantly feed your mind negative influences and expect to feel worthy. Another powerful technique for overcoming feelings of worthlessness is to focus on serving others. Now, this might seem counterintuitive. You might be thinking, Neville, how can I serve others when I feel so worthless myself? But I tell you, service is one of the quickest ways to remember your inherent value. When you serve others, when you contribute to the world in some way, no matter how small, you are expressing your divine nature. You are allowing the God within you to shine forth. And in doing so, you cannot help but recognize your worth. This service doesn't have to be grand or heroic. It can be as simple as offering a kind word to someone who's struggling, helping a neighbor with a task, or volunteering for a post. The key is to shift your focus from your own perceived inadequacies to the needs of others. As you do this, you'll begin to see that you have much to offer. You'll realize that your presence in the world makes a difference. And this realization, my friends, is the antidote to feelings of worthlessness. Now let us delve deeper into the concept of identity. When you feel worthless, you have identified with a false self, a limited ego self that is subject to the opinions and judgments of others. But your true identity, your real self, is far beyond this. Your true self is the I am, the divine awareness that is one with God. To overcome feelings of worthlessness, you must shift your identification from the limited ego self to this higher self. This is not something that happens overnight. It is a practice, a constant remembering of who you truly are. One way to facilitate this shift is through meditation or contemplation. Take time each day to sit in silence, to turn your attention inward. Ask yourself, who am I? Don't try to answer with your mind. Simply sit with the question. Let it penetrate deep into your being. As you do this, you may begin to experience moments of profound peace, moments where your usual sense of self falls away, and you touch something vast and limitless. This, my friends, is your true self. This is the I am that is your eternal identity. The more you connect with this true self, the more you will naturally let go of feelings of worthlessness. For how can that which is one with God, that which is the source of all creation, ever be worthless? Another powerful practice for overcoming feelings of worthlessness is to focus on your inherent qualities rather than your acquired ones. You see, in our society, we tend to place great value on things like achievements, possessions, and social status. But these are all external, acquired things. They can be lost or taken away. Your true worth lies in your inherent qualities, your capacity for love, your creativity, your consciousness, your very being. These cannot be taken from you. They are not dependent on external circumstances. They are the essence of who you are. So instead of focusing on what you have or haven't achieved, focus on these inherent qualities. Recognize the miracle of your existence. Marvel at the fact that you are aware, that you can think, feel, and experience. This alone makes you infinitely valuable. Now, my dear friends, I want to address something that many of you may be struggling with, the habit of comparing yourself to others. This comparison is a major source of feelings of worthlessness. You look at others who seem more successful, more attractive, more talented, and you think, I'm not as good as them. I'm worthless in comparison. But I tell you now, all comparison is illusion. Each of you is on your own unique journey. Each of you has your own unique purpose. You cannot compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. You cannot compare your inside to someone else's outside. Moreover, when you compare yourself to others, you are denying your own uniqueness. You are saying, I should be like them, instead of recognizing the divine spark within you that makes you unlike anyone else who has ever lived or will ever live. So whenever you find yourself falling into the trap of comparison, pause. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself of your uniqueness. Say to yourself, I am incomparable. I am unique. I am on my own divine path. Feel the truth of these statements. Let them sink deep into your being. Another crucial aspect of overcoming feelings of worthlessness is to recognize that your worth is not dependent on your productivity or usefulness to others. In our society, we often equate worth with productivity. We think we're only valuable if we're constantly doing, achieving, producing. But I tell you now, my dear friends, your worth is not in your doing. You are valuable simply because you exist. You are a unique expression of the divine, a miracle of consciousness. This alone makes you infinitely precious. So give yourself permission to simply be. Take time each day to do nothing, to simply exist. As you do this, you may find a deep sense of peace washing over you. You may begin to feel your intrinsic worth, independent of any external validation or achievement. Now let us address the role of forgiveness in overcoming feelings of worthlessness. Many of you may be carrying guilt or shame from past actions. You may believe that because of something you've done. You are unworthy of love or success. But I tell you now, forgiveness is essential for recognizing your true worth. And the forgiveness I speak of is not just forgiveness of others, but forgiveness of yourself. You must learn to release the guilt and shame that keep you tethered to a false sense of unworthiness. Remember, my friends, that you are not your actions. You are not your mistakes. You are the awareness that experiences these things, but remains untouched by them. Your essence is pure, divine, and worthy of love, regardless of what you may have done in the past. So practice self-forgiveness. Whenever those feelings of guilt or shame arise, say to yourself, I forgive myself completely. I release the past. I am worthy of love and success. Feel the lightness that comes with this forgiveness. Feel the freedom it brings. Another powerful practice for overcoming feelings of worthlessness is to focus on your dreams and aspirations. You see, when you feel worthless, you often lose sight of your dreams. You may think, who am I to want these things? I'm not worthy of them. But I tell you now, your dreams are not random. They are divine inspiration, whispers from your higher self about the life you're meant to live. By pursuing your dreams, by working towards your aspirations, you are aligning yourself with your divine purpose. So take time to reconnect with your dreams. What is it that you truly desire? What kind of life do you want to create? Allow yourself to imagine this life in vivid detail. Feel the joy, the fulfillment, the sense of purpose that comes with living this life. As you do this, you may find your sense of worth naturally increasing. For in connecting with your dreams, you are connecting with your divine nature, with the infinite potential within you. Now, my dear friends, as we near the end of our exploration, I want to emphasize a crucial point. Overcoming feelings of worthlessness is not a destination, but a journey. It is not something you achieve once and for all, but a continuous process of remembering your true nature. There may be days when you slip back into old patterns of thinking. There may be moments when that familiar feeling of worthlessness creeps in. When this happens, do not break yourself. Do not see it as a failure. Instead, see it as an opportunity to practice everything we've discussed. In those moments, gently remind yourself of your true identity. Return to your imaginal scenes of worth and value. Focus on gratitude. Serve others. Connect with your higher self. Forgive yourself. Reconnect with your dreams. These are not just techniques, but ways of being that with practice will become second nature to you. Remember, my beloved audience, that you are on a grand adventure of self-discovery. Each challenge, each moment of doubt, is an invitation to remember who you truly are. Embrace these moments. Use them as opportunities to affirm your worth, to declare your divine nature. For in truth, you are not becoming worthy. You are remembering your worth. You are not creating value. You are unveiling the infinite value that has always been within you. You are God individualized, infinite consciousness in human form. How can such a being ever be worthless? So go forth from here with this knowledge. Let it permeate every aspect of your being. Let it inform every thought, every word, every action. Know that you are worthy not because of what you do or what you have, but because of who you are. And as you embrace this truth, as you live from this place of inherent worth and value, you will find your entire world transforming. For remember, the outer world is but a reflection of your inner state. As you change your concept of self, as you align with your true divine nature, your outer circumstances must change to match this new inner reality. You are worthy. You are valuable. You are divine. This is the truth of your being. Embrace it. Live it. And watch as miracles unfold in your life. Thank you, my dear friends, for your attention and your willingness to witness this profound truth. May you always remember your infinite worth and value. May you always know that you are loved, cherished, and infinitely precious. For you are God's own dear self made manifest in human form. And in that truth lies your eternal, unchanging worth. Remember always, the world is yourself pushed out. Every person you encounter, every reaction you receive is but a mirror of your mental activity. The respect or disrespect you experience from others is nothing more than your own self-concept made visible. With this understanding, let us delve into these 4 habits, not as external behaviors to be corrected, but as internal states to be transformed. The habit of negative self-talk. The first awful habit that invites disrespect is the habit of negative self-talk. But what is this negative self-talk really? It is the voice of your current self-concept, the mental conversations you hold within yourself that shape your reality. When you engage in negative self-talk, you are literally speaking into existence a version of yourself that commands less respect. You are defining yourself as unworthy, incapable, or inferior. And the world, being yourself pushed out, can do nothing but reflect this back to you in the form of disrespect from others. But here's the magnificent truth. You have the power to change this inner conversation. You are the open power in your reality. The words you speak to yourself in the silence of your mind are the seeds from which your future grows. So I say to you, watch your inner conversation. Guard it as you would guard the most precious treasure, for indeed it is. Begin now to speak to yourself with the respect and admiration you wish to receive from others. Engage in mental conversations where you hear others praising you, respecting you, admiring your work. Remember, imagination creates reality. The inner conversations you hold most often become the blueprint for your outer experiences. As you persist in imagining respectful, admiring conversations, you will begin to notice a shift in how others treat you. This is not manipulation of others, but a fundamental law of consciousness. You are not changing them. You are changing yourself. And as you change, your world must change to match your new self-concept. Imagine now vividly and with feeling, overhearing others speak of you with the utmost respect. Hear their words of admiration, feel the warmth of their genuine regard. Make this inner experience as real as possible. For in the realm of imagination, this conversation is happening now. And from this seed, your new reality will grow. As you master this practice of positive inner conversation, you naturally move away from the second awful habit that invites disrespect. The habit of seeking external validation. This habit, my dear friends, is a particularly insidious one. It stems from a fundamental misunderstanding of the nature of reality. When you seek validation from others, you are placing your sense of worth outside of yourself. You are giving away your power, handing over the reins of your self-concept to the fleeting opinions of others. But I tell you this, all power is within you. You are the God of your universe, the creator of your reality. The respect and validation you seek externally can only ever be a vibration of what you have first given yourself. When you make others' opinions of you more important than your own, you are denying your own divinity. You are saying to the universe, I am not enough on my own. I need others to tell me my worth, and the universe, being a perfect mirror, will reflect back experiences that reinforce this belief. The solution then is not to try harder to gain others' approval. It is to fully embody the state of being someone who needs no external validation. It is to know with unshakable certainty that you are whole, complete, and worthy regardless of what anyone else thinks or says. Begin now to feel this truth. Close your eyes if you wish, and feel the absolute certainty of your own worth. Feel it as a warmth in your chest, a quiet confidence that permeates your entire being. This is your true self. Your God self, that needs no validation from anyone or anything outside of itself. As you cultivate this inner knowing, you will find that external validation naturally flows to you. People will be drawn to your quiet confidence, your unshakable sense of self. But by then, you will no longer need their validation, for you will have found the ultimate source of validation within yourself. This shift from seeking external validation to embodying inner worthiness leads us seamlessly to our third awful habit. The habit of inconsistency between inner and outer states. My dear friends, this habit is perhaps the most subtle of all. Yet it is the root cause of much of the disrespect we experience in life. When there is a discrepancy between your inner state and your outer expression, you create a discord in your reality that manifests as disrespect from others. You see, the outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner world. When you say one thing but feel another, when you act in ways that are inconsistent with your true desires, you are sending mixed signals to the universe. And the universe, in its perfect reflection, can only respond with experiences that match this inner confusion. This inconsistency often stems from a belief that we must conform to external expectations, that we must be something other than what we truly are to gain respect. But I tell you now, this belief is a fallacy. True respect, both from yourself and others, comes from perfect alignment between your inner state and your outer expression. To overcome this habit, you must first become aware of any discrepancies between your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Are you saying yes when you truly want to say no? Are you pretending to be confident when you feel insecure? Are you pursuing goals that others have set for you, rather than following your own heart's desires? Once you have identified these inconsistencies, the next step is to align your outer world with your inner truth. This requires courage, my friends. It requires a willingness to be authentic, to stand in your truth regardless of external opinions or expectations. Begin now to imagine yourself as someone who is perfectly aligned, whose thoughts, feelings, and actions are in complete harmony. Feel the peace that comes with this alignment, the quiet strength of being true to yourself in all situations. As you embody this state of inner-outer consistency, you will find that respect naturally flows to you. People are drawn to authenticity, to those who are unapologetically themselves. By aligning your inner and outer states, you become a beacon of authenticity in a world of conformity, naturally commanding respect from all who encounter you. This practice of alignment between inner and outer states brings us to our fourth and final awful habit, the habit of denying your own power. This habit, my dear friends, is perhaps the most devastating of all. It is the habit of forgetting your true nature, of denying the incredible power that resides within you. When you engage in this habit, you are essentially telling the universe, I am powerless. I am at the mercy of external circumstances, and the universe, being the perfect servant that it is, must then provide you with experiences that confirm this belief. But I tell you now, with all the conviction of my being, you are not powerless. You are the operant power in your reality. You are a divine being, a creator made in the image and likeness of God. The power to shape your reality, to command respect, to live a life of dignity and purpose, lies entirely within you. This power is your imagination. It is your ability to conceive and feel states that do not yet exist in your physical reality. It is your capacity to live from the end, to embody the person you wish to be, here and now, in the realm of imagination. When you deny this power, when you attribute your experiences to external causes, you are abdicating your role as the creator of reality. You are handing over your divine birthright to circumstance, to other people, to the world at large. The way to overcome this habit is through the practice of assuming the state of the wish fulfilled. It is to live in your imagination as the person who already commands the respect you desire. It is to feel with every fiber of your being that you are worthy, powerful, and deserving of respect. Begin now to assume this state. Close your eyes and step into the shoes of a version of yourself who is deeply respected by all who know you. Feel how this version of you moves through the world. Feel the quiet confidence, the inner knowing of your own worth. Feel the natural ease with which respect flows to you from all directions. As you persist in this state, as you make it your habitual way of being, you will find your outer world begins to shift. People will begin to treat you differently, to accord you the respect you have claimed for yourself in the realm of imagination. Remember, my friends, this is not about changing others. It is about changing yourself. As you embody the state of someone who is deeply respected, you will naturally act in ways that command respect. You will speak with authority, move with grace, and interact with others from a place of inner security and self-respect. Now, as we reflect on these four awful habits, negative self-talk, seeking external validation, inconsistency between inner-outer states, and denying your own power, I want you to understand something crucial. These habits are not separate from you. They are not external behaviors to be corrected, but internal states to be transformed. The key to overcoming these habits lies in your imagination. It lies in your ability to conceive and feel a new state of being. It lies in your capacity to live from the end, to embody now the person you wish to be. So I invite you now to engage in a powerful exercise of imagination. Close your eyes if you wish, and imagine a scene that implies you have already overcome these habits. See yourself moving through your day with quiet confidence, free from the need for external validation. Feel the peace that comes from perfect alignment between your inner and outer states. Experience the power of knowing, truly knowing, that you are the creator of your reality. Make this imaginal scene as vivid and as real as possible. Engage all your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? How do you feel? Immerse yourself fully in this experience. Now, here's the crucial part. You must persist in this state. You must return to it again and again, making it your new habitual way of thinking and feeling. For remember, what you do in imagination with feeling and persistence must come to pass in your outer reality. As you practice this, you may find that old habits try to reassert themselves. You may catch yourself slipping into negative self-talk or seeking external validation. When this happens, do not judge yourself. Simply become aware and then gently return to your desired state. Remember, my friends, creation is finished. All possible states already exist. Your job is not to create these states, but to select and embody the ones you desire. You do this through your attention, through your imagination, through your feeling. As you persist in embodying the state of someone who naturally commands respect, you will begin to notice changes in your outer world. These changes may be subtle at first, a shift in how someone looks at you, a change in tone when people speak to you. But as you persist, these changes will become more pronounced. People will begin to treat you with more respect, not because you have demanded it, but because you are becoming your consciousness, someone who naturally commands respect. You will find yourself speaking with more authority, carrying yourself with more dignity, interacting with others from a place of inner security and self-respect. And here's a beautiful truth. As you transform yourself, you transform the world around you. For the world is yourself pushed out. As you cultivate self-respect and inner power, you create a ripple effect that touches everyone and everything in your reality. You become a living embodiment of respect, a beacon of authenticity in a world that desperately needs it. Your very presence becomes an invitation for others to step into their own power, to claim their own self-respect. So my dear friends, I urge you to take this knowledge and apply it in your lives. Begin today, in this very moment, to live from the state of someone who commands deep respect. Feel it, embody it, become it in your imagination, and watch as your outer world shifts to match this new inner reality. Remember always, you are the operant power. You are the creator of your reality. The respect you seek is already within you, waiting to be recognized and expressed. Claim it now in the depths of your being and watch as the world conforms to your new self-concept. Go forth, my friends, and create the reality you desire. Live from the state of the wish fulfilled. Embody now the person you wish to be. For in doing so, you fulfill your divine purpose as a conscious creator, as God made manifest in human form. And know this, as you transform yourself, as you overcome these awful habits through the power of your imagination, you become a light in this world. You become a living testament to the transformative power of consciousness. You become an inspiration for all who cross your path. So persist in your new state. Return to it again and again. Make it your new home, your new normal. For as you do, you will find that not only do others begin to respect you more deeply, but you also develop a profound respect for yourself. And this self-respect, this inner knowing of your own divine nature, is the greatest gift you can give to yourself and to the world. In closing, I want to remind you of a fundamental truth. You are already perfect, whole, and complete. The respect you seek is not something to be gained, but something to be remembered and expressed. It is your natural state, your birthright as a divine being. The journey we've embarked on today is not about becoming something you're not. It's about remembering who you truly are. It's about peeling away the layers of limiting beliefs and harmful habits to reveal the radiant, respectable being that you have always been. So go forth, my friends, with this knowledge burning brightly in your hearts. Let it guide your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. Let it transform your reality from the inside out. For as you do, you will find that not only do you command the respect of others, but you also step into the fullness of your divine nature, expressing the God within you in all its glory. Remember, the power is within you. The choice is always yours. Choose now to embody the state of someone deeply respected, and watch as your world transforms to match this new reality. For this is the law of your being, the creative principle of the universe itself. Thank you for your attention, for your willingness to explore these profound truths. May your journey of self-discovery and transformation be filled with joy, wonder, and the deep satisfaction of living as your truest, most authentic self. And may you always remember the divine power that resides within you, waiting to be expressed in all its magnificence. Go now and create the reality you desire, for you are the author of your story, the creator of your world. You are, in truth, the very operation of God in your reality. Embrace this truth, live from it, and watch as your life transforms in the most beautiful and unexpected ways. Thank you, and may your journey be blessed with the full realization of your divine nature and the deep, abiding respect that naturally flows from this knowing. You are the miracle you seek. You are the change you desire. You are, in every moment, the full expression of divine love and respect made manifest. Go forth and live from this truth now and always.